All right, I know you must be tired by now because you have been at it from 7. All right, so for today's class, we're going to continue to look at the Mayas. And in fact, we would have started to look at the Mayas from last week. So just a recap, where would we, which geographical location we can find remnants of the Mayans? It's a question.
Mexico.
Sir, Belize.
Belize, Mexico.
Honduras.
Somebody said Mexico, yes.
Miss,
It's
sir, sorry, Guatemala, Honduras.
Guatemala, Honduras, yes. What is all of that area called?
Central America.
Central.
Central
Central
America.
America, correct. So we can find them in Central America, the Maya. Thank you very much. Who was their political leader?
The Halach Unik.
Very good. The Alak Unik was their political leader. How was the leader selected?
It was hereditary.
Very correct. Good. All right. So we know that for their political leader, what was their religious system like? What was their religious system like?
They worshipped many gods, and the Batabs were in charge of the ceremonies.
All right. Are you sure about that?
Oh. And they'll never mind, sir.
No, the Batabs would be the political leaders. So we know the Unik would be at the top of the society. One second. And below them would be the Batabs, and the Batabs were in charge of each village. They were like the lesser chiefs, and then the Nakums, who were like the military leaders there. The religious, as it was stated, they were polytheistic, and they had many gods, over 166 gods. The priest, the high priest, was called Hakin, which actually means serpent. And for this group, they also did human sacrifice to their gods. All right. They had gender roles, very strict gender roles. Women could not be leaders. They played a very subservient role in their society. They also played a ball game, Pocketalk, while the Taino, what was the name of the ball game that the Taino and the Kalinago played?
Batos.
Batos, very good. And housing, unlike the Tainos and the Kalinagos that their houses were built from, what were their houses built from? For the Taínos and the Kalinagos, what were their houses built from?
Sir, thatch
Thatch
palms.
palm,
And
vines, mud.
Very good. Thatch palm,
sir,
cotton.
is sticks included?
Yes. All these different stuff they would have used for mud. However, for the Mayas, they would have built their homes from stones and clays. But the difference between the regular houses and the houses of the priests and the chiefs were that the chiefs and the priests' houses were painted. Their economy were very much similar to the Mayans, but they were similar to the Taínos in terms of goods, but what they used to trade with, what was their form of currency? Form
Cocoa.
of currency?
Cocoa.
Cocoa was used as their form of currency. All right, ladies, so for today's class, we're going to continue. We're finishing the Mayans today. We're going to look at their technology. And someone messaged me earlier today to ask me about the assignment. The assignment should have been posted for 1 second. Where is, so this is grade 10. So we meet on Zoom today and we meet on Zoom tomorrow morning. So the activity is we are not meeting on Zoom, and Wednesday we meet on, well, you will go onto Google Classroom to complete the assignment. By Thursday, I believe the assignment is due. So you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to do the assignment. Now,
Sir, the assignment, the project or the test?
All right, so the test and the presentation is next week. Next week is the test, next week is the presentation.
So, sir, which assignment are you talking about then?
It's in Google Classroom.
The one that is the one.
It's a quiz.
Oh.
Let us see if I can find it for you in Google.
Sir, that's not Thursday, that's Friday.
Huh?
That's not on Thursday, it said Friday. It says September 30th, right, sir?
That's when it is due?
Yes, sir, I think so.
All right, so if they get up until this, repeat.
October 30th. October 30th.
It's Thursday.
All right, so if you get up to October 30th, then you have up until that time to do it. So that is a quiz that you are doing for Wednesday's class. So Wednesday we are not meeting. So during the class time, you use that time to complete the quiz. Next week we have the test and also the group project. Now, ladies, I believe that we are way ahead in terms of finishing this theme. I believe we have about 2 or 3 topics to go. Really not long topics because we are pretty much ahead compared to previous years, shockingly. I wasn't expecting that we would have been ahead like what we are today. But
Sir, I think it's because there's less interruptions in the class.
maybe, and that is correct. But that is pretty shocking for me, though. because I feel like I have to go slow now because
Oh, sir,
we
don't
are,
go slow. Just go over it though.
yes, maybe I can use, once I use the other sessions, what I will do is, once we finish the topics, we're going to go through I could use the other times to go through some past paper questions and multiple choice because I don't want to start the other theme as yet, but I think we are doing well. I hope you are learning, ladies. And it seems as if you are learning. Anyone having a challenge? All right. If you have a challenge, send
Oh,
me a message and let me know if you have any problem, or if you want me to go over a topic or something, just let me know. Now, ladies, what we're going to do today, it's a very important topic because it is very popular on the exam. It is the Maya's technology. So we know we would have looked at the technologies of the Kalinagos and the Taínos. So we have to also look at the technology of the Mayas. Now, so I want you to list the technological legacies from the videos and stuff that I have shown you last class, that you have watched last class. Write some of the things that you would have identified as their legacies, their technological legacies. So please write at least three things that you would have observed about their technology. 3 things. The videos that we have watched. In your notebooks, you're going to list the technological legacies. What you would consider to be their technological legacies.
So we're supposed to do that now?
Right now, it's part of the engagement.
But sir, I already
Go
wrote
ahead.
off like the notes that you sent us. So should I read it?
But list it. Well, list the 4. List 4 that you don't have to read it, but you can list 4. Tell me about the 4. What about their technological legacies that you would have read?
Sir, they made books from bark trees.
Yes.
They use symbols to represent their ideas.
Mm-hmm.
They recorded their history through writing,
Yes.
and they had roads and bridges.
Very good. Excellent, Martin. Excellent.
Thank you.
So we know for sure that they had their technological advancement of the Mayas. These were some of their technological advancement. They were very involved in astronomy, highly skilled when it comes to mathematics. They had their calendar. If you look at their buildings, as I show you right here, this was a clue. The buildings show that they were technological, they advanced. Their writings also was evidence of their technological advancement. So when you go into the exam and they ask you about their technological advancement, you can select astronomy and you discuss astronomy, mathematics, discuss mathematics, calendar, buildings, or writing. So these are examples that you use, and you have to support each of those views. Now let us look at their buildings, their architecture and engineering skills. They were very good engineers and architecture, better than the engineers today, because their buildings are still standing. Earlier this year, they would have built some roads in Jamaica. The rain came and it went like the Itsy Bitsy Spider. But the Mayans buildings are still standing strong today. In fact, most of their buildings were destroyed by the Spaniards. So all of these cracks that you see on their buildings here are their ruins were destruction that were caused by the Spaniards. But their buildings are still intact today, show that they were very, very advanced. So they built very huge pyramids, and we would have looked at Uxmal and Tikal. They built palaces, massive temples with staircases for worship, causeways, roads, bridges, all of these different stuff they would have used, and they used these buildings without the use of metal tools. Any form of modern tools. They constructed the stone buildings, and they are very, very powerful. These show that the Mayans are very technologically advanced. When we look at their buildings, so when you are discussing buildings, you list the different types of buildings. Describe the buildings. That is how you are going to get your mark. My house that I live in, if you look at it right now, newly built, but if you put a stone in the wall, everything come down. I put up a picture the other day and the picture dropped down from the wall. It's not good. They build new apartments and houses that they are building today. Not good.
So them are about the people, them money.
That is what they are doing, robbing the people's money. I put up a painting. Somebody gave me a nice painting. And I said, all right. They said, all right, you have a new house now. So I'm giving you a gift. A friend of mine sent me some gifts, a lot of things. And one of them was a painting. And I put the nail up. And 2 tools, I put up the nail. I put up the building. And yesterday morning, my wife said to me that she came out and the painting was down. The drop off, the nail not staying in the wall. All of these nice apartments that you see that they are building, they don't good. But the Mayans buildings are strong. You put some nails in this Mayan pyramids right now, the first of all, the nail cannot go through it.
Exactly.
Look at the roads that we have today. Look how the roads, the one little rainfall.
Patrol.
And you have all of these potholes all over the place. And all right, let us give a perfect example. They said this the Taino or the enslaved people would have built flat bridge, right? Look how much rainfall and flat bridge is still standing.
For real.
And little rainfall the other day and yesterday. And when you look at the road, all the roads gone. So we need to go back to the past to find out what the Mayans would have used to stand the test of time that it is standing today, perfect conditions.
Sir,
Go ahead.
sir, I'm pretty sure that they took more time and effort into building the roads. Not saying that no they aren't, but if you look on the structure, you can tell that that took like a lot of years to complete.
A lot of years, but at the end of the day, when it completes, it stand the test of time, correct?
Yes, sir.
Joanna,
Yes,
that
sir.
is it. Stand the test of time. We can't have buildings where as tutus, if something happen. I'm going to give you an example where I'm living right now. They just purchased this apartment, and when you look at it, you see some cracks in the walls. Lot of cracks in the walls, ladies. They are not building the things good. So maybe I should have asked the Mayans to build this place for me. Next thing, ladies, so we know for sure that their architecture and their engineering skills were on track. Perfect architecture, perfect engineering skills, that their buildings are still standing. And when you're writing for CXC, you let them know that their buildings are still standing today in perfect conditions. That is how you develop the points. Also, ladies, they were very technologically advanced because they had a writing system, right? They had the writing system. They had books that were made from bark trees, as Morrison said. They use symbols. So all of these symbols that you see right here, that the cursor is on, is their writings. So the Mayans used symbols to express their ideas. The Mayans wrote on the stone, slate, or places such as on tombs and also on walls. And they record their history. The Mayans were historians, very good historians. They ensure that they record their history. Next. So we know their writings, that they had writings that show that they were technologically advanced. We know that through their architecture and engineering skills, they were technologically advanced. Now, they usually study something that is called astronomy. What is astronomy?
Sir, something relating to the study of stars.
Yes. So what we call the study of space, the stars, the moon, the sun, all of these different stuff involves astronomy. So anybody follow the horoscope or something like that? You said that you're ruled by this sign or that
Yes,
sign.
Mr. Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
I usually listen to that.
All right. So which sign you are ruled by?
Sir, it's not like, sir, it's that, but it's usually like Virgo or Libra or something
Yeah,
like
like I
that.
ruled by a moon or something.
Yeah.
Yes, something like that. Same thing. The Mayans also had their study of astronomy also, that they use study astronomy to determine the right time when they are going to plant their goods, plant their crops, when they are going to reap. They use astronomy to determine their calendar. They had a calendar that was very similar to our calendar today, 365 days, a very accurate calendar. So you know that they were good at studying astronomy. So the mere fact they had their calendar show that they were technologically advanced. All right. Next, ladies. They also, through astronomy, they would have developed a mathematics system. And they were one of the first civilization before Europeans that had the number 0. So they had a very advanced mathematics system. Way before the Europeans, they also have geometric. So the mere fact that they would have built some of these, it showed that you must have some form of mathematics skills to determine these types of buildings, ladies. The heights and just how they would have done all of these different stuff show that they were very good. Quite advanced group. Very much so. So we know that when it comes to mathematics, they were very advanced when it comes to mathematics. Also, another area that they were advanced in was through agriculture. They had their different agricultural techniques that they would have used. This was my ticket that I took when I was going to Uxmal. See the date, it went the 5th May the 29th, 2014. $129. That's not US though, that's Mexican money. And so the technology, when it comes to agriculture, they would have had terrace farming. So what they would have done also was, they say, like, for example, like how this pyramid was built, what they did was that they usually built some stairs, and they would have planted on those stairs. What they also did was to plant on the mountains. But from my visit of Central America, most of the Mayan settlement that I have visited, it seems as if most of the lands were very, very flat. From where the places that I visited. Same thing in Belize, Mexico, Guatemala. The lands where they live were very flat land and very dry.
Sir.
Go ahead.
I believe what you said because I was watching this documentary on them.
Yeah.
And it said that after a while it started to disappear, like they started to dismantle. And they were saying that some historians think it's because of probably the fact that they didn't have as much resources anymore. And they started to move near to more water areas with more rivers and stuff like that.
Yes, it seems that way because even when I read the textbook and it said that they practice terrace farming, where I have been to and see the settlement, I have not seen one mountain close by, not even a river. Like where they would have settled, there's no mountain, no river. The land is flat and the land is dry. When me tell you, say dry, and the sun was hot. That is where the settlement is. The only one that had a river close by was the one in Belize, because they had to cross the river to go into the settlement in Belize. But especially places in Mexico, I don't see. But they said that they live close by and they would have practiced terrace farming. So this is the method of growing crops on the hill or the mountain side. Another thing, ladies, is that most of the lands where they would have settled would have been very, very swampy. very swampland. Lands like when you're going to Spanish Town or Portmore and you drive on the Mandela, you see all of those swampy wetland. So what they did was that they reclaimed the land, by putting different stuff, maybe muds and stones and stuff, and reclaiming the swampy land. And they use those land for farming also. So their agricultural techniques was very good. Land reclamation, terrace farming, and because where they live was very dry, or where they settled was very dry, they implement an irrigation system where they created artificial dams, and then they would make the dams with canals that run through the different fields to water the different plants. They also had a well that was called the cenotes, and as a way of agriculture. So ladies, it is very clear from what we have discussed thus far that if we look at their agricultural practices, they were very advanced. Terrace farming, land recreation, irrigation, slash and burn. The wells that they built were very, very advanced. They had a very advanced mathematics system. They developed the concept of zero way before the Europeans. They had the concept of zero. So you know that they start their number system started 0, 1, 2, 3. Advanced astronomy, they studied astronomy very good. And astronomy was what they used to determine their calendar and also the time when they planted, harvest, and all of these different stuff. So they were very good when it comes to astronomy. And we know that astronomy is the study of the sun, the moon, and the stars. They were very good when it comes to writing because they recorded their history. They had books. They used symbols to express their ideas. They wrote on slates. Those are stones. When I was growing up, my grandfather used to say that when he was going to school, he used to write on slate. Stone, they wrote on walls. Very, very advanced. And then also what I love most about the Mayans were their buildings, their architecture, the huge pyramids. When you look at Uxmal and Tikal and all of these different places that survive today, this was me on top of the pyramid. It was easy to go up, but hard to come down. I was at the top of one of the pyramids. This is it. No, that's not the one I climbed. So that is not the one. I climbed a different one. But it was very difficult to go up the pyramid because you feel as if you are going to when you are coming down, you feel as if you are going to drop off the pyramid.
Sir.
So we know go ahead.
So when you were coming down, would you have to like sit and come down?
Yes. Oh. Sit and come down. Take my time and come down. I'm not doing it again though. That was one experience. I've been up on the pyramid already. I'm not. When you go to visit, you can climb the pyramid. It's a good experience to go on top because it is there are some very big pyramids. I think I climbed one of the very big because if you look at where's the picture? If you look at the pyramid that I'm standing on here at the top, I'm seeing all across Mexico. Very nice place to visit. All right, ladies. So we know that they were technologically advanced. Any other question, ladies, concerning this? Are we clear when it comes to their technological advancement? Come respond to me, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, ladies, what we're going to do is that tomorrow we are going to start the Europeans. We're going to discuss the Europeans tomorrow. And on Wednesday, you're going to do your quiz. I want to see if you're learning because students not responding in the online class. So my only way of gauging if you're learning is through the quiz. Now, a student asked me because one of the activity, let us see if I can find it.
Sir, I thought it was next week Wednesday we're doing the test.
Quiz.
It's not a test you're doing. It's a quiz. The test is next week. I can't give you a test Wednesday. And I just finished teaching Maya. The test is going to be on Taínos, Kalinagos, Maya. I just finished teaching. So I have to put the test until next week. So you're doing a quiz. One second, I'm trying to find the questions. Where it is. This is 10. Because you see, once we meet face to face, I have to give you a lot of, we call it no writing. Because I'm right now it's not good to give you the other stuff. Which one is this? Good. So this is the quiz, ladies. It's not showing. Good. So the quiz for Wednesday, it said questions 1 to 8. Give the English word for the following Taino words. What this word means. What this word means in English. What this word means. This one. Same thing, same thing. What these words mean in English. All right. So that is what you're going to do, because each of these words have an English equivalent to it. And these are CXC past paper questions that here. So you must be able to translate some of these words. Then question 9 to 18, you're going to tell whether it is true or false, true or false, true or false. And then here, the last set of questions are some multiple choice. But I would suggest to you, read the questions before you attempt them. Because you need your notes, you need to know the answers before. So you can go in, take a screenshot of it, write the, what you call it now? Write the answers, and then you go in after to do the quiz. So you have a quiz to do on Wednesday, and on Monday again we're going to meet. Let us see what schedule I have for you on Monday next week. Monday, so next week Monday we are going to do the presentation. Then on Tuesday, we are doing a Zoom class. And on Wednesday, you're going to have the test So next week, Wednesday, you're going to have a test. But for this week, you're doing, today we finish the Mayan technology, tomorrow we start in Europeans, and you have the activity on Wednesday. So ladies, that's our plan for this week and next week. Any questions? And ensure that you write the notes from your, what you call it now, write the notes from the PowerPoint. When I'm teaching, make sure that you're taking your notes, because when you write your notes, you remember. All right, ladies, enjoy the rest of your day. See you tomorrow morning at 8.
Thank you, sir, and same to you.
Thank you,
All right.
sir.
Bye,
Bye
Bye,
bye.
sir.
Bye, sir.